best thing about Excel and why we want to keep this here is that we can manipulate this data any way we want. But you have to be sure that you highlight the correct information, otherwise you switch up everybody's scores and you defeat the whole purpose. So, what we're going to do again is highlight the entire row, entire classes for one class. Remember how we did that?
The blank lines are students who never show
If they're dashed?
No, a double numeral sign or a double pound sign.
That means that that cell is too small. So, what you can do, come around. Yeah, if it's a double number. Yeah, because it's a 3. And what easiest thing to do is click in the top left-hand corner, come here, and that'll make every cell the perfect width. And then you right-click here, and that's the perfect height. So see those double zeros. Those double number signs actually meant that they got 100, and there wasn't enough space in the cell. Here, I'll show you. Up here. If the cell is too skinny, it'll come up as double numeral signs. And what I just do is, every time I open up a document that I need, I click in that upper right-hand or left-hand corner, and then every cell is highlighted in the formula or in the page. I click here, and it'll make every cell the width that it needs to be.
Just by clicking on the B?
Just by clicking on that. See, watch my cursor. It's a plus. It's an arrow. It's a line.
Right.
So when it's like that line, I right-click it, and it would make everything. Here, and I'll do it the other way too. So say this was like that, okay? And that's way too, for me, I don't like that. It's kind of weird. So I go up again and highlight the entire page. And see.
Oh, I see that.
And then I go down to number 1. See how my cursor changes? Arrow, 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 arrow. Little weird thing. Click on it, and it'll shrink every cell to where it needs to be. Good?
You can do that manually somehow, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You
it
could.
just takes
That's just a shortcut.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we got this data and we want to figure out how to see where our students, which students are struggling, which students are doing well, very simple, but it takes several steps. So we'll wait to see if everybody's ready.
I think I need help still.
Okay.
I figured out how to highlight the whole page. That's about as far as I got.
Okay, that's where we want to be. Not the whole page though. From the numbers down. So just from Bobo. All right, Bobo. All the way down to the class. Again, that's a good point. What's your name? I'm sorry.
Melissa.
Melissa. Thank you for. No, I'll just go Melissa. Good point here, because what we don't want to highlight that top row. Okay. Because if we sort that top row.
We're trying to shift the whole cells without having to shift each column individually. You know how we did that with our Excel spreadsheets? So it's how we had to
Okay, I got it highlighted.
You got it highlighted. Just the class. Perfect. Perfect.
You already did mine.
Perfect.
I'll never be able to do it again.
Oh, don't say that. We can do it. We'll become a whiz at this. You'll see how helpful it is. Ms. Anderson, thumbs up, thumbs down. Where are we? Sure. I don't know where that falls on that scale, but we'll do it. Okay. Everybody should have just the classroom highlighted, not that first cell, because that'll really screw us up. So you've highlighted everybody in your class, and now we're going to look at data. Okay? So, everybody look at the top bar up here, and where would you guess we would want to click if we were going to sort data?
Wait, what happened? Data?
Awesome. See? They don't try to trick you up there. What'd you do? You had it.
Well, we still haven't been able to figure out the spacing.
Oh. I can do
Okay,
that.
so we've highlighted and then we go to what?
Data. The top bar has some tabs up there. See it? Click on data. Click on data.
But how do I do the thing where it moves all the tabs over at once to make them large enough? Oh,
Click there.
all right. All right. So there and
Now we're going to
different
highlight
buttons.
from
Don't put me in.
right click.
You're not.
Bobo. Good.
What do you want to do?
I want to do that again so I can do it.
We don't want the top row.
Okay.
We want to start with the first kid in class, Ackerman, down to Zago.
Oh, I'm sorry. How do I get rid of those again? How did you do?
Oh, perfect width.
Yeah.
Okay. Click at the highlight. Go to the first cell. See it? Yeah, just double click it. And now we want to make sure. Okay. Good?
Ah!
Good?
Okay, now I
What
get
are we
it.
sorting now?
So
Yeah.
we must sort.
We are going to sort and then group each of those standards. Okay? Now again, this will take a little bit of time initially, but you get much more proficient and you'll see how much easier this is for groups.
Sean?
Alright. So I'm highlighting. Now, we're going to sort the data. Okay, I'm going to use this. See? There. 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 See that little grid that says AZ sort?
Right.
Click on that one. Okay.
Wait, Jazz is going to the end.
I'm not highlighted. You got to be highlighted. Then this little box comes up.
And then
Give me a hand up when you got that box on your screen. Did you highlight your group? Yeah. And you click on AC sort? Nope. That one. The box. What'll happen if you just hit that first A to Z, that one, it'll just sort alphabetically by the first column, which is fine if you did that already. Now, write notes, take notes, keeping track of
oh
this.
yeah, definitely writing notes.
Okay.
Oh,
We've highlighted the data.
everybody.
Bless you. And now I'm going to sort for each skill. Okay, this is a little math now. The first skill, and I might want to move this out of the way so I can see, but the first skill is column what? Bless you. C. So I'm going to come up here and go to column C.
Mine were, oh, there wasn't a blank column. Mine already said C.
Okay.
Good.
So I'm going by C, and it says reading, information, and details is the skill that we're sorting by. Okay, it's one of the skills that Reading Plus does.
Could we give it a name rather than a, no, okay.
Which name?
Like, could we call
Instead
it
of
main
column
ID?
C?
Main idea?
This part?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the fourth column.
Yeah, and that might be in lesson 3 where I talk about headers. But yes, you could, so that each time you can kind of see it instead of going through it. Good point. So I'm doing C. I'm going to sort the value of it, and I want to go smallest to largest. You could switch it up. If you wanted to, go largest to smallest. But I'm going to go smallest to largest by column C. And I will know I did this correctly if I can count up to the higher number. It should start low and high. Give me a little wave or thumbs up or anything but the middle finger when you got it.
Right.
Okay.
Mine, the first column.
As long as,
It only changes column C.
all these other numbers we're going to have to go through. This is only sorting by who's good at reading information and details and who needs some work at reading details. And this is actually, whoever's class this is, pretty decent. Okay? Now, there's a couple of options that I would give you at this point. Because you have to do what works well for you in classes. Okay? Everybody in here that's teaching is running small groups? Yay? Yay?
Yes.
Awesome. Depending on your class size and depending on the proficiency of the skill, your groups may adjust. I would say at this point, because we're just getting our feet wet on this, let's kind of keep it to a similar number per group. All right. So what we're going to do now, the computer program Reading Plus says 70% or better is okay. Okay. So what I originally did was highlighted everybody that's below 60% or 70% in red or yellow. Okay. So let's take that as our initial step. Anybody that's below 70, we're going to fill up their cell with yellow, like warning. So, how do we do that? You guys are awesome already. You should know. Fill up those columns.